It is said, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." Now, in all my endeavors, you know anything about me? You know anything about where I am from? You know anything about this mission? My mission? The call that is, well, I answer? In all your endeavors, you know anything about me? Me personally? You know anything about what I've been through? You know anything about what I am going through? You know anything about how far I have come? You know anything about how far I am going? In all your endeavors, you know anything about me? You know anything about my tongue? You know anything about my words? You know anything about the message I speak of? However it come, am I preaching? You know anything about that? You know anything about the one? You know anything about the first? Huh? You know anything about the last? You know anything about serving your brothers and your sisters? You know anything about my family, this family? In all my endeavors, you know anything about me inside or vice versa, me outside? You know anything about my work? Answer. You know so much. Huh? You know anything about my action? You know anything about who I believe in? You know anything about what I believe in? You know anything about my faith? You know anything about my thought? You know anything about my thinking? Come on now. Like, love, listen to this. A lot of people say a lot of things. Now, are you really listening to anything everybody gotta say? You know anything about that? Huh? In all my endeavors, you know anything about how long it's been? Huh? You know anything about how long I have been waiting for this? In all my endeavors. In all my endeavors. You know anything about who I am? Think now. Think. You know anything about life or death? You know anything about this color, this white or this red, or this brown or this black? You know anything about the sky? You know anything about this earth, this ground, wherever I step in, wherever I'm at? You know anything about my zone, my perimeter? You know anything about my area? Huh? You know anything about my age? You know anything about my experience? You know anything about what I have learned? Huh? Tell me. I mean, everybody seems to know, right? You know anything about what I know? In all my endeavors, I do not think I know anything. In fact, what I know is to hold my own. Is to hold my own. You know anything about what I am holding? You know anything about my future? You know anything about my past? You know anything about my present? Come on now. You know anything about answers? You know anything about question? It's about time. You know anything about this hour? You know anything about this moment? It's like just as I thought. It's like just as I thought. You know anything about what you are asking? You know anything about your work? You know anything about yourself? You know anything about them? Them. Come on now. You know anything about this? You know anything about this? You know anything about this? You know anything about the mouth? You know anything about the ears? You know anything about this? In all my endeavors, show me what I don't know. I can go on and on and on. This is me. You know anything about forever or eternity?